Crazy House News, reporting to you from the real world. On my block, as far as the economy goes, right now we have 8 empty houses, sometimes we have 10 empty houses, we've had 14 empty houses. The economy is bad in the real world. Barely keeping food on our tables, barely keeping our bills paid. Without working, making it worse. The economy is not a good thing right now. Look at this home right here. This is the economy. HUD home for sale. These people lost their house back in December. Many other houses lost. So the economy out here in the rural world is not a good thing. What I watch on TV seems to be the fake thing. They say, oh, things are looking up, people are building, nothing's going on that I know of. Nothing's going on that my neighbors know of. My son's out of work, I'm out of work, my whole block is out of work. Stimulus package. There is no stimulus. What stimulus? The only thing being stimulated are the banks. The banks are the only being stimulated. Bank parties, shirts and ties, their meals, their food, their airplane flights. They're stimulating overseas. They're stimulating in China. They're stimulating in Dubai. The government gave them all that cash. They spent it all overseas. They're not spending any of it here. They're not saving any of these homeowners. They're not giving any money to any company that I know of. My company builds bridges. My company builds stadiums. My company builds power plants. My company builds automotive plants. My company's out of work. They don't know when they're going back to work. They have quotes, many quotes, many jobs, but nobody wants to spend the money. The bank don't want to give my company money. The bank don't want to give anybody else money. As a matter of fact, the government took the money away from the power plants, 200 of them that we were revamping, and gave it back to the banks, and that money probably went overseas. So there is no stimulus here. There's no stimulus in Warren, there's no stimulus in Michigan. You know, you give it to the automotive companies. The automotive companies say, give us money, we'll build cars, people will buy cars, things will get better. Well, Mr. Automotive Company, wake up. Mr. Government, wake up. You keep giving the automotive companies cash, they keep laying people off. You lay people off, then people can't buy cars. The automotive gets laid off, the guy down the street gets laid off. He can't buy cars. Nobody in my company can buy brand new cars. So that's a farce. Let's give automotive company the cash. They'll build cars so people can buy cars. Nobody can buy a car. Wake up out there in the pretend world. Come to the real world. You can't buy a car if you're not working. You can't buy a car if you can't put food on your table. You can't buy a car if you can't make your mortgage. So, Mr. Government Man, Mr. President Man, you should give the money out here to the real world, to the people that will spend it on food, on clothes, on toys. Maybe they'll buy cars, they can keep their mortgages up, give my company the money so we can build parts for the power plants, so we can build parts for the automotive, so we can build parts for bridges. You need to come alive out there in the pretend world and come down to the real world out here, where things are not funny, where life is hard to live. Come down to my block. You wouldn't make it a day, you wouldn't make it a week, you probably wouldn't make it an hour. You wouldn't live in my neighborhood. This is Crazy House News on the economy and on the stimulus. It's all not good, and everything you're doing is not affecting us, it's not helping us. It's helping the banks have a good time. The banks aren't helping nobody. My neighborhood is empty and getting more empty. I can't buy cars, as I said. I can barely put food on my table. My neighbors can't buy cars. My neighbors can't put food on their tables. We need to do something today, not tomorrow. Not say it'll be better in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Wake up, Mr. Government Man. We're taking care of the banks and ain't taking care of the people. Automotive ain't doing nothing. They're not taking care of the people. I don't know what else more to say. We really need help out here in the real world. Crazy House News. Out. Before we leave, tell us your fears. What is your fears out there in the public, in the real world? Post them on YouTube. Your fears for Crazy House News.